What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you guys just a quick instructional little step-by-step on how you can achieve just this everyday highlight and contour. I just went through and just showed you guys my routine. I hope you guys can grasp it. I hope it's easy because it is. Things that I apply when it comes to me doing my makeup, especially in the summertime. My routine is a little different, so this will help you guys just get the basics and just help you get your canvas started, because it's basically the base of your face before you do anything else. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and just stay tuned. So what you want to make sure you do first is to start out on just a clean, moisturized and primed face. So normally do my cleaning, that's just normally my day-to-day skincare routine. I normally do it just waking up, getting prepared for the day, stuff like that. So my face is already cleaned. I normally bounce around with my products, but for right now I am using my African shea butter. If I do find a picture, I will insert that for you. That's what I use for just to moisturize my face, give it a good hydration, and it feels really good on my skin. And for primer, normally I mix between either like a spray or oil. Oils I normally use more in the winter time because my skin dries up a little more, but since it is summertime, it's a little hot, I go with something a little more lighter, more airy, comfortable, something like that. So I do just spray my rose water all over and let that set, or either my Evian spray, something like that. But the first step that I'm gonna do is foundation. Okay, for my foundation I like to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me. It is the matte in the shade 355 Coconut, and also my Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation in the shade Amber, number 11. I do like to mix these two together because in the summertime, I don't know, my skin kind of just does this thing where it gets a little darker, but it's still light in some spots, of course. So I just take the two and mix together. But sometimes in the winter I may just end up using one because of course my skin is a little more pale. But yeah, but for now I am going to mix the two. And to apply your foundation, it's best to go in with a damp beauty blender, so something that looks like this. And I also like to go ahead and wet it for better application. So what you would do is just take it and run it under some water, squeeze it out, and you're good to go. Now I'm going to take the foundation and apply it on the rounded side of the beauty blender. It's just better to blend down the skin as you're dabbing it on that side. Take and pour just a little bit, since I do have to mix another shade. Take a little bit of the other. And I like to blend it out. Dab a couple spots on my face just to get it distributed. And then we can dab it on out. And you also want to bring it down below your chin, kind of down to your neck area. You don't want that line to form here, and it ends up looking like you have on a mask. Come back to the ears if you need to. So once your foundation is evenly distributed, blend it to your liking. And normally foundation is meant to just even out your skin, so it shouldn't be too bright on you. Normally I try to get my foundation to match the lowest point of my skin, I would say the darkest tone that I have, because we're going to bring out our high points with our concealer, which is the next step. Covergirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in the shade Golden Caramel. The areas that I highlight are going to be under my eyes, the forehead, the chin area. I also apply concealer up under here because I have a little redness, so that just neutralizes it on out. We're going to take that same beauty blender, and this time I like to use the pointed end and go in and blend out my concealer. Even if it feels like you're blending for years, that is okay, because you have to blend it out. The more you pat down, the more you know you're blending. So once it all comes together, it'll look great. So once your cream concealer or liquid concealer is all blended out, next I like to go in and go ahead and set that. So what I'm going to use today is, I'm going to go in with my black opal in the shade medium. I'm going to mix my Kat Von D translucent powder. I'll just show you guys how I mix that. Just kind of mix it together. What I'm going to do is take my beauty blender once again and dip it into my setting powder. You don't want to get too much. You're just going to have a big powdery mess. That's how flashback comes. All type of things that you don't need when it comes to your setting powder. So, and dab it up under the same places that you highlighted. You also want it to be even. Don't have any patches or spots in between your powder, because when you brush it off, that's how it's gonna look. Now normally I let everything bake like up under my eyes and my nose, but places like up here, my forehead, and also down here, yeah, those two spots here and here, I normally just either go ahead and dab it in there or just let it sit for like 10 seconds and wipe it right back off. Especially down here, because it gets a little too light if I leave it here for too long. So let's go ahead and dust that off right here, because I don't have time. Be looking crazy. Now while this is setting a little longer, I'm going to go ahead and start my contour. This process is going to be a little different because I did use cream concealer and a setting powder to set it, but you have the option to use a cream contour for your for when you contour, but I'm not going to do that option today. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't, but today we're just going to go in with the powder and go ahead and start there. So I'm going to take this Maybelline Master Bronze palette and we're going to go in with the darkest shade first for my contour right here. I'm going to take this brush here. To do your contour like this in a circular motion, never swipe back and forth, because this is exactly how it's going to apply. You want it to all come together. So if you want in circular motions, that's bringing it up to your highlight and also bringing that down and just bringing them together. Sometimes if you feel like your contour isn't as in depth as you want it, then you can go back over and apply more, but I would suggest applying a lighter bronzer instead of more contour, because that'll make it look more darker. You're just adding more unpleasantness to your face. So just for an example, I would go in with this lighter shade here, which is a bronzer. You can see it's lighter than this shade here, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that to give it a little more oomph. Next, I'm taking a smaller brush right here. I'm going to go back into that dark shade of contour. Just give my nose a little definition. You don't need much on your brush, so So I would take it and maybe dab it twice and still tap it on my palette just to knock a little bit off. So now by this time you should be done baking. So I'm just going in and just dusting off any excess powder. So once I have that all blended out, I'm gonna go back in and set one more time with just some rose water. So once that dries, I'm gonna go in and highlight my face. So the last step after applying my highlighter, I like to go back over that and just add some color. Just gonna go in with a light blush. And it's best to smile when applying it so you don't go back too far. Blush is mainly meant for just the apples of the cheeks. Now you are all done with your contouring and your highlighting. So after these few steps, you can go back and just do any finishing touches to your face, because now you do have the base. You have everything on your canvas that you need. So next is just maybe if you want to add a touch to your eyes, some eyeliner, some eyelashes, some lips, and just anything like that, you can go in and do so. But you do have your highlight and your contour snatched if you do follow these instructions. So I am gonna go and apply my final touches, and I will be back. So I am back and I am done. I just added some lashes to go ahead and seal the deal. Not gonna do anything too major, but you do have the option. Just go ahead and do everything else that you want to do with your face. Like I said, your eyeliner, your eyelashes, your eyes, of course, lipsticks, anything like that. But today I just went for a more subtle, natural look, just to show you guys how I achieve my contour and highlight. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This instructional step-by-step, whatever you want to call it. If you did, I want you to smash that like button, go ahead and subscribe, tell all your friends, all your family, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, all that type of stuff. I do have more content coming for you guys, so just stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Beautiful, 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 beautiful angel. Love your imperfections, I behave.